Before we start the session, as you already know or don't know, we're going to make some changes to those Q&A sessions. Part of the changes will be to, from January 1st, we're going to have a different program. There are no more free sessions. The sessions will be based on a subscription. And we are also going to change the type of content. The type of content will be more of training. There will be training for employees, people that just need to use the system to help people that work in companies, basically, and also for administrators. For administrators, the type of content will be changed. So from the beginning of next year, we're going to have a much more advanced content, and it will be a mix of live training with videos. So it will be a mix. On this session, I have also Eric. So Eric, your mic is open. Eric is going to help me teach the Deluge course. The Deluge, it's the backend language of Zoho, basically. It works on Zoho CRM, Desk, Books, and so on all the different applications. And the main idea is that you can achieve, using Deluge, you can achieve things that you cannot achieve without Deluge.
Hi, Lior.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? I'm cold.
Very good. Very good.
It's probably colder there. Anyway,
yes.
I am using Zoho Projects, or I've set up Zoho Projects to manage our client trips. And for us, just so you know what, in our module, deals are actually trips. So it's the same thing. So it's a deal. And I created this very nice waterfall schedule of what happens each step with milestones, and it's really beautiful. Except that the deal or the trip relates to a client, a contact who's in the CRM, and most of the tasks involve contacting, booking, and paying suppliers. But I don't seem to find a way to connect that task with a supplier. So then what happens is I have to manually go into the CRM, pull up the supplier, put that reservation or that service they're providing into the CRM and manage that as a task separately within CRM, which seems completely wrong. So my question for you is there a way to connect a supplier to a task? Or is it, I mean,
in Zoho Projects?
Yeah, in Zoho Projects. Like, I don't know how, I can't find a way.
Let me show you something that you might do. I don't think it will be a great solution, but we'll show you. So you have here, when you go to a project, you have the users. In the users, you can also have client users, and that might be your vendor. I don't think it will sync with your CRM.
Yeah. Okay.
Zoho Flow might be a solution as long as, but you will need to feed somehow the user ID or the email of the user. Not a great solution.
Okay, so I have one idea that I thought might be useful, but I can't figure out if it is or not. I thought I could make my vendors, so my suppliers, my guides and things like that, I could make them resources, right? Like, so just as you might book a conference room, you book a guide or a tour or something like that. But again, I haven't found a way to make that. Do you know if there's any way as far as I can tell, resources in Zoho across the board are only human. They don't have anything.
You're
for
talking about
managing.
Zoho bookings, right?
No, I'm still talking about projects. I'm talking about projects.
What resources are we talking about?
Well, so for me, resources are any of my suppliers are resources. So my suppliers might be a guide. And when I book that guide, I don't want to make them a user in Zoho because they're independent contractors.
Of course.
So I want to find a way to somehow keep track of when I've booked them versus,
so your problem right now, from my understanding, maybe I'm wrong, it's the connection between a task to the CRM vendor or contact. It doesn't really matter. Okay.
Exactly.
One thing that you can do, I don't know if it's also from vendors. Let's create some vendor here. There is no Zoho Projects here. So there is integration with Zoho Projects from opportunities for sure. Usually Zoho Projects will work to initiate processes and get shit done, execution. Not sure it's more about assigning those tasks to the specific people. The activities span, will you do it in a better way? So you have a way to have your vendor, for example, and when you go to your vendor, you can create different activities to the vendor. Not sure you can do it. I'm not that strong with Zoho Projects. I'm okay. Not sure I know of a way to do it.
Okay. So the last piece of that is, if not projects, do you know anything about Zoho Sprints?
It's almost the same like projects. It's just based on agile development. So it's just fast-paced projects.
Okay.
But you need to know agile to use it, because the terminology is not like Zoho Project, which is very clear: milestone, task, task list. With sprints, it's a bit different, but it also will not do the magic that you're looking for. You might have also a task, and I'm just thinking loud right now. So let's say that you have here a task. The task will be, let's say, create ABC, and then you will have here the email of the vendor. And when you are, for example, on this task and you mark it closed, and of course you will have some content about the task, there can be a script that is just parsing this information based on the dash. So that will be the task name. That's the task description. Based on that, a script will search who the vendor is, because the vendor will have this email address, which is unique. And then it will create a closed task with what you just closed here. But you will need to have some kind of identifier. Maybe it will be just a field with A123, and that's Lior's code. So we can have some workaround, but it won't be out of the box. None of it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay, sorry I couldn't help you here. Mr. Daniel. Where are you, Daniel? Here you are. Okay, Daniel, your mic is open.
Yes, hola, buenas tardes.
Hola, hola, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm in Palma, here in Spain.
I know, you having fun?
Yeah, no, it's good. We had 3 weeks rain. Now the sun is back and he get happy.
In Canada, if you have rain, you're happy. So it means it's more than
Not
zero.
snowing. Why do you live in Canada? I don't understand. Go to Florida.
I am. I have office also in Florida, so I'm going back and forth all the time.
Yeah, good. I saw. Have you seen this Instagram lady that goes also ice bathing?
I don't have Instagram. I don't have social media.
Very good, much better. Okay. Yeah, my request is very basic. Just imagine you get inquiry and you send some like the first information, and then there is a call to action for the customer. Then he goes to my form, so forms, do the booking, but then it gets converted directly as contact. And
You want to convert to contact, or you want to convert it to a lead?
And the second time when he makes a booking, I convert him directly to a contact. Possibly not. Okay.
So wait, so you have a form. The form is accessed online, right? So someone goes to your website. Okay, he goes to your contact or whatever page it is, and he fills the page, the form.
Exactly.
When he submits it, if the person is already in the system, based on the email or whatever unique identifier, it will not create it as a lead, it will create it as a contact. That's what you're trying to do?
No, on the contact, it gets created as a lead. But then I sent him to the other form is like order form. And later, and then I know it's a real customer. And then I want to do him
let's do it on Draw.io. It will be easier for me to understand. So you have your website.
Exactly.
On the website, you have a form, right? Good. 1 second, my ADHD. Yeah, okay. So you have the form. Now, from here, the person is being pushed where? As a contact?
As a lead.
Is being pushed as a lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I sent him an email with information, prices, and I sent him to a order form.
And the order form, is it a Zoho form or it's on the website?
All is Zoho.
Good. So it's a Zoho, so it's a link to a form, and on the form, you also on the form you're using the CRM field, so you know how to connect them.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next.
Okay. Or in between this, so I sent the info email. Client does not react, so I want to send him again an email and again an email. So exactly here.
What do you mean again email? What it means?
Yeah, a reminder. Hello, client. Why didn't you do the order? Yeah.
Got it. So that's in case he's not filling the form, right?
Exactly.
Good. So we have babysitting of 3 times or whatever times, no problem. So that's using, you know how to do it. You did the automation course, right?
I did the automation course, and now this is
So
like basic. This good.
Exactly. So you do the babysitting here. Yeah. Okay. And if the client is not answering, you babysit him until he does. Okay. Now, if he take action and he fills this form, what's next? What will happen?
Then he gets converted in Zoho as contact, as client, real client, because he did. He knows the prices, and he's a contact, a customer. And then I do other things, automations that happen there, and my team started to work with him.
Okay. So let me try one thing, because I don't know if it will work. So I can create a workflow. The workflow will work on the lead system. Convert if title is yes, whatever. Let's try that. Okay, so we're doing it on.
Amigo. Vale.
Don't be happy yet.
No, but it's his idea. Yeah.
Just wait.
Amigo. Yes. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So basically, so you have your Zoho form. Okay, so you send them to this Zoho form, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And if they fill the form, you will have here some kind of a field. This field will be hidden, and that will say convert with a value of yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tight. Yeah.
So people that are on this form, they will not see it, but behind the scene, this is an hidden field that is already there.
Mm-hmm.
When it's being submitted, you are going to integrate it with a field in the CRM.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this field in the CRM leads. Yeah, we are going to have here some kind of a pick list. And say convert. No and yes. The default will be no. And the integration point. Okay, and run automation. This is critical.
Yes. Mm-mm.
But you already know that.
Yeah, and I did not have it in the other case, and I was wondering, this is not working. I don't know. And then I just tried, and yes, important.
Pain is an important part of the journey. Okay, so I'm sending here also the convert.
Mm.
Okay, so what now? Whenever this form is being submitted, it goes back to the CRM. In the CRM, the convert will be pushed to yes, and then it will convert the lead to a contact.
Mm-hmm.
Easy?
Yeah, perfecto.
Easy. Anything else, my friend?
No, it's good. It's easy.
Easy.
If you know it.
Yeah. Everything is easy once you know it.
Exactly.
Awesome. Very good, my friend. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Okay, I cannot see Gabriel here. Let's read the question. How can we have the notes written in the custom modules to be linked across contacts, deals, and etc.? Okay, that's a very common question, and I really like this question. So let's say that you have a contact, and when you're pushing here a note, you want this note to be pushed also to the opportunities, the accounts, and the contact. The rule is like that. If you have, for example, an account, and you will, let's try to find the relationship. Give me a second. So this test one is connected to a customer named test one. Yes. So let's say that I'm on an account. The account, I will have here some kind of a note, account note, just so we know what we're doing here. This will not be synced with the contacts or the opportunities. So I don't know if I have anything here. 1 second. Opportunities, let's create something here. Test one. Okay. That's fine. Come on. Good. So we have here this contact as one opportunity and also an account. We went to the account, we posted one note, and the note was not shared with the opportunities or the contact. But when I will go to a contact, I will post a note. Okay. Now let's go to the account. You can see that the account is carrying also the note. With the opportunities, it's the same thing. Whenever you will have in the opportunity, you will have a note. It also will be carried into the main account. The contact, as you can see here, is also getting it because the contact is above the opportunity, so he's carrying it. And also the account will carry this note. So if you think about it, it's about the hierarchy. So you have here on top, you have the account. Below the account, you have the contact. And below that, you have the opportunity. So it will always carry upwards. So if you will have a note on the account, it will not carry below it. If you have on the a note on the contact, it will carry to the account. And if you have on the opportunity that is assigned to an account and a contact, it will carry to both of them. Okay, so I hope that's making sense, Mr. Gabriel. And Mary likes to have a follow-up on that. I will be happy to take it. Mary, your mic is open.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you are. Good to speak to you
Awesome.
again.
Same here.
So I understand Gabriel's question a little bit differently than the way you answered it.
Sure.
So he's asking, because we also have this issue. So when I saw the question, I was like, yes, that's a good question. If you have a note that's written in a custom module, for instance, we have had a custom module built, Brad built a master job overview module. Those notes do not carry over to the opportunity, the contact, or the account. So I understood this question if a note is written in a custom module to get the link across.
So if it's being written here, it will not carry forward. Probably there is a deluge script that can be created. Let's see if we can have an initiation. I don't think that we have notes. No, we don't. No, you can't.
The hierarchy is great from account to contact to opportunity, but it dies there. So
it dies there. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing that you can do, just so you know, and we're doing it a lot. I will show you an example. Yeah. So you see here, for example, I have the follow-up comments, and I will write here. Okay, this is a note. When I will save it, there is a workflow that is copying the follow-up comment to the note section. So I will know all the comments that have been added to this record. We can do the same trick, and you can see it here. This is a note. See, and it says follow-up comment added by Leo Isaac. What can be done is to create a field like that. Instead of filling it on the notes, we create a multi-line, and every time that the multi-line is being changed, we are going to push it to the related deal, related contact, related opportunity, so we can play with it as well. But using the notes directly, there is just no workflow that can do the magic. There is nothing that will say, hey, Zoho, wake up.
Gotcha.
You need to copy it.
So if I'm understanding, you just create a field, this follow-up comment is on the contact. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So let's say that.
Or we could put this on our custom module.
Yes. So I'm
Okay,
right now
gotcha.
on this custom module. On this custom module, I am going to add, let me just add a field so it will make more sense. Is just a workaround, right?
Gotcha. There's a lot of those.
There are lots of those.
Yes.
Yeah. Notes, field, whatever. And now when I am on this field, instead of adding the notes here, I will have the notes here.
Mm-hmm.
When I click on save, it will look for, let's say, the product or the opportunity, because you have them as lookups, I assume.
Yes.
So it will search for the lookup and it will copy whatever you have here to the notes section of the related items, the account,
Right, opportunity,
contact, whatever you see
basically.
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
Also, Eric, stay 1 second. He's saying that there is a way to catch the note. And Eric is a real programmer, not like me, that I'm a business owner that is pretending to be a developer. Enrico.
Hello.
We've worked with Eric. Yep.
You know Eric?
Yes.
Do you like it? I don't like him. Do you like him?
I don't like Leo, so
Well, y'all are even now.
Stand in line, my friend.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so,
like both of you. So there. Okay.
so you're saying that there is a way to catch a note. How can you do it?
Yeah, I go to Flow real quick.
Oh, using Flow.
Yeah, so if you go to Flow,
Let's see. Eric is heavy duty. Yeah.
then just create a new one, and the Flow name just whatever.
And I assume I'm going to with an
Yeah.
application.
Yeah, CRM.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and just select, and when a new note, you can go a little below. Yeah, that almost in the middle. Below that.
Yes. So it's a pulling.
Yeah, it will be pulling, but there at least we have a way to know when a note is getting created. And
Question for you.
Yep.
How is it possible that there is a note in Flow? Because when you're creating those flows, it's creating the workflows in the CRM, but there is no workflow for it.
So if you can see, it's polling. So I would guess that every 5 minutes, let's say, is going to read like a batch of notes
Like a
getting
schedule.
created. Yeah, like a batch of notes getting created instead of like the actual workflow.
Yeah. So in that case, Mary, this is another option. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So in this case, you create basically a flow. The flow will, based on the note, it will give you the ID. So it will be something like that. Okay, so we'll have the note details. One of the note details will be the note parent ID, and that's your custom module record. So that equals a few numbers.
Okay.
And based on that, you need to grab the record. So then you need to do a fetch. You need to do a fetch of the record. And then from that, you will have the ID of the opportunity, the ID of of the account, whatever you want. And then you have another flow that is creating those notes. So you have like 6 or 7 steps of the flow to create it. But that's also another option. So this is option number 1, the note field. And another one will be using Zoho Flow. And just know that this is not immediate. So if it doesn't work when it happens, give it some time because it's just pulling.
Right, understand. Well, I think the flow would be the automation piece where we wouldn't have to remember to go in a certain field to make a note. If we just made a note like we're accustomed to, the flow would actually pull it where it needed to go.
That's right. That's right. So that's
Okay.
also an option.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, that's something we need to write down for our discussion then.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You as well. Thanks,
Thanks.
Eric.
He's not here anymore, but he
Thank you
is
very
hearing
much.
us.
There he is.
I thought I muted you. What's going on here?
You did, but I unmuted myself.
Awesome.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. You hacked the system. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm banning you from the webinar now. But okay.
Now.
Awesome. Okay. Eric Lopez, your mic is open, my friend.
Hi, Lior.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good.
So we're new to Zoho Creator. We've worked in Zoho for some years, but we're now wanting to get into Zoho Creator. And the first application we're building is for, it's actually customer base and it's somewhat of a reward system. So we're using Zoho Subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already created a flow to push the subscription data to Zoho Creator to start the application process. So, or to start the database for the app itself.
Okay.
So the customer is actually going to log into the app and they're going to see their subscription, be able to push a button and open up their subscription details with a QR code. We've already done the flow process from subscriptions to Creator. So we are seeing the subscription data in the database of Creator. But there are some other issues that we're still trying to figure out. And I don't know if we're going to need a developer for this.
Let me just stop you 1 second. I don't like Creator and I don't use it and I don't do subscription. So I'm not sure how much I can help you with that.
Okay. You said the other guy, Eric, he does more of the developing side?
Yeah, but we try, this is a public session and 99.9% of the people, they're not doing any of those applications. And it needs to be an interest to more people. So I'm not sure we can help at that point with this request, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Eric. Sorry about it. Okay. We have Mr. Basil, your mic is open.
Good morning, Lior.
How are you, sir?
If there are no other questions, because this is more of an idea. I don't know why anybody, I know you have discouraged anybody from using a different layout other than a standard layout. I don't even know why I would even want to use a different layout, but
yes,
this is the question is why would anybody want to use any other than the standard layout? And you can leave at the end.
I will show you.
Okay.
No, I will show you. It's an important question. So let's say that right now I am the administrator and I like to see all the information on this page. Okay. So I have this layout. What if I have a different employee that likes to see a different layout? Or what if, let's say that I have here, I have your different products. If it's product A, I like to see the qualification questions, but if it's product B, it's not necessary. I don't want to see it. In that case, I will go, and that's how it should be with Zoho, you go here, you create a new layout, and this layout will be layout B. And in this layout, I'm going to remove this section. Okay?
Okay.
So now I have two different layouts. One layout will be my basic, and the other one will be layout B, which will not have the qualification questions. Make sense?
Okay.
Good.
And obviously they're still connected.
Well,
No, they're right. I understand.
So let me show you why I don't like it. So now my employee goes and he needs to create a new lead. He goes to create a lead. He's very happy. Just got a lead. He's filling the details, clicking on save, starting to work. And then he says, shit, you know what? I'm on the wrong layout.
Right.
His only option is to delete this record and create a new one. There is just no way to switch between layouts.
Okay.
This is why I don't like it so much. Second thing, just giving you the complexity and the shit that people going through with layouts. If we go to the conversion mapping, now it's not only about matching here between fields, it's also now matching between different layouts. And every layout will have its own mapping conversion. So now you added more complexity to an already complicated topic. When you're creating scripts, you need also to select the layout. When you have integrations, you need to select the layout. If you have layouts on leads and contacts, accounts, and opportunities, now you have multiple connection points. And some people will have multiple layouts and also multiple pipelines for opportunities. Nightmare. It's just nightmare to work on those systems. Every small job takes forever. And it's also prone to errors. So what I like to do,
you use layout rules.
Correct. So I'm just having one I have just one layout, and I will have a layout rule that will be if the product is A and C, then show the section qualification questions. Right? And I know that you're already doing that, but it's for other people that are on the session. So here, this is B, and there is no qualification sections. If I will change it to A, qualification section shows up. So I'm just basically bypassing the unpleasant way of working with Zoho with this section. There will be some exceptions that the layout rules need to be used. And that's when you have way too many exceptions. Because layout rules, I think you're limited to 10 or 15 per module. And when you have way too many, you're stuck. And some business owners, they just like to have their system in a certain way, and it is what it is. And then we're stuck and we're going with layouts, but I prefer not to.
Okay, so the only reason, I guess the only reason you would do it is if you ran out of layout rules, and then you would need to go to another layout. I just wanted to put it on to sleep, because you know what, it just seems to be, you know, doing the layout rules seems to have worked really well. And if that's the only reason to do it, then I don't think anybody has to do it. There's probably some other ways to get around the system, to either create extra modules or whatever it is that you would be able to collect information separately rather than create another layout. Okay.
Yeah, and also in most of the things in life, I'm not okay with 80%. I like to have, I'm creating something, it needs to be perfect. With CRM, I'm okay with 80%. I'm
Right.
very much okay not to have whatever, everything I wanted. And I'm comfortable with 80% because this is usually where you are floating in your 80% range anyway, even if you are aiming for your 100%. So layout rules works well in this case.
If you can end up with 80%, 20% of the time, you're okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you. And you know what? If it's I'm hoping this is a really quick question. Can you disable any of the buttons that are the standard buttons up at that? For instance, if you go to vendors, if you go to vendors, for instance, right? And it says create vendor, can I disable that button? Because I want them to follow my blueprint. I don't want them to go in there and be able to willy-nilly create a vendor. I wanted to create
wait, but how you create a vendor with a blueprint?
With the blueprint, it's actually with blueprint. I have a button that goes and says, actually, it's a button that creates a workflow, and the workflow creates two records. It creates a contact and it creates a vendor. And I want the two. I connect the two modules, the vendor and the contact, and it creates them both at the same time.
And that's wait. And that's for your employee or someone else?
For my employee.
Good.
For anybody, because
I will tell you what you can do. When you program the blueprints or you program functionality like workflows, it's being executed by the person who created them. So the user is the super admin. Your employee, you can set permission to your employee. Let's say that this is the one. You can say, for example, for vendors, it can only, for example, edit and view, but it cannot create.
So he would have to go through the flow.
Yeah, it just goes, doesn't work. It can't create.
Okay.
That's a workaround that you can do. Check it out, see if it works.
That was brilliant.
Okay.
Lior, as always, you've shed so much light.
Thank you, sir. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see who else. So Daniel has some comments here. Let's see. Since I have some workflows and Zoho Flow working, the speed goes down. I am not sure if in fact I am getting. So with Zoho Flow, I also found that sometimes execution will take some time. It will not be immediate, even for the ones that's supposed to be immediate. I don't know why. When I'm talking to Zoho, they always ask me, okay, so give me the specific flow and so on and so on and so on. And eventually it takes too much time and I just don't do it anymore. But I also saw that there is a decrease in execution time. 99% of the time, I don't care if it's a small delay, because it's always will be in the seconds or minutes. If it's something very, very important, go with Zapier. Zapier I never saw huge delays with Zapier, so that would be an option.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, how are you today?
I'm totally fangirling over you, dude. I've been following you for months on YouTube. I'm so excited right now.
Thank you.
I have a small, well, it's growing. I have an English Academy online. And honestly, I've just been kind of learning what I can from webinars and, the Zoho videos and stuff. But
perfect.
You say, you show that you have your standard layout for a lead, but it doesn't look anything like my standard layout. My standard layout is full of a bunch of stuff that I don't use and I don't need.
So remove them.
Yeah, help me out here.
Do you know how to? Let's go from the start. So if you go from your home screen, you have your settings here on the top.
Where are you? Where are you?
1 second. You see my mouse, my
Yeah.
cursor?
Yeah, I see
Okay.
your.
So I'm going to this area,
Oh,
to
right.
settings.
Yeah.
From the settings, I will go to modules and fields. It will be, maybe it will be not here, but it's modules and fields.
Yeah.
Because in your system, it might be in a different location.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will see all the modules that you see on the top, you will see them here.
Oh, right. Right.
Okay. So in this case, we go to the leads, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then here, I hope that you have only one layout and it's the standard. If
I
you
have several, but I can get rid of the other ones. Doesn't matter.
good.
Lead me, Yoda.
It will be much easier for you to have one.
Okay.
Okay, so we go with the standard. And now let me show you something cool. So if I am going to a lead, you can see that you have here a bunch of fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I will go here, you will see exactly the same ones,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the idea is that you can, if you say, for example, probably you have all the Twitter, all the crap fields, right?
Yeah,
the fax
exactly.
number. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go on the right side, you click beside it, and you can click remove field.
I didn't know I could do that to the standard one.
So some of them you cannot remove. So let's say you're a one-man show, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Very much. Lead owner, it's not something that you need
No.
because you're the lead owner,
Yeah.
but it's just catching some space. So what I would do, I would create here a section. And I will just throw here all the ones that I don't need.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I will push them to the bottom, but you don't have too many of them. You will have one or two like that.
Yeah.
So all the crap goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And whenever you're ready and you clean your system, you click on save. Now it's important that you really clean your system, because otherwise you go to a crap system every time and it's not fun. Not fun tells the brain, don't use the CRM, and you will not use it eventually.
How do you clean the system? What do you mean?
So you go here and you go over each one of the fields that you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Each one that you don't need, you click beside it and you just click on
I
remove.
see what you mean. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And I will give you two exceptions. Exception number one, you see the email opt-out?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to stay. It's important.
Okay.
Okay. The other one is the modified and created. They're a pair. I think I just shoved into the crap. No. Yeah, it's here. So created and modified, both of them going to stay together with the email opt-out.
Okay.
And there are lots of reasons for it. Okay. So those three, if you don't want to see it, just put it on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I mean, you've got all these cute little names for the sections and stuff. I can do that too, right?
Yes. So here on the left side, you will see that you have different field types.
Uh-huh.
It's very common that people that it's the first time playing with the system, they will create fields. For example, they will take a single line and they will write here phone number.
Yeah.
The problem is, of course, that you can enter the phone. So let's go here. And I will have a phone number. One day that it will load up. Okay. So we have here the phone number. I can write here the phone number. No problem. Okay. The problem is that when you have a phone integration, you see here I have this icon. I can actually click and call now.
Right.
But this is a single line. It will not operate the same way. So there is value and meaning to each one of those field types. So if I want a phone number, I will drag and drop this field.
Yeah.
And because of that, the system will know what I mean. I want it as a phone number.
Right.
Also, it will validate that by mistake, I didn't have some kind of a character and it will screw up the number. Okay. Right. So this is what you do here. And as for your question, on the left side, you see you have a new section. You can drag and drop it wherever you want. And the only thing that it's important is just make sure you have this blue rectangle there.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if there is no blue, okay, it will not push it anywhere. So you need the blue.
Okay.
And then you can or move some fields around, or you can create new fields from the left side.
Got it.
Whenever you're ready and you're happy, you click on save.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Okay. Last thing to show you. On the left side, you have the unused fields. If you click on the unused fields, you have all the ones that we already removed. And as you can see, I have here the Twitter, the Skype, the fax, all the crap that no one needs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do people still use faxes?
No. I have few clients that are using fax, but they will not use it as a fax. They will use it as an email to fax service because people don't have the machines, the fax machine that we had in the past. So usually it's email to fax service, and we automate it to work drive. So that's not relevant.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy?
Yeah. I have about 10 more questions coming out of that,
Shoot.
but that's just
we have 2 more minutes.
Okay, 2 more minutes.
Run all the 10 questions.
No, I mean, okay. I'm kind of nervous. Yeah. Let me see. So, you know what? Let me just think about it and put it make it coherent for next Wednesday.
Sure.
But
I will just explain one more thing because we have another 1 minute. On the left bottom, we have the custom fields left. If you click on it, it will show you all the fields, the number of fields that are available for you to play with.
Okay.
For example, text fields, you have 200, you used 13. Okay, so when you are running out of them, usually people running out of the lookup fields because you have only 5, the multi-select lookup, which you have only 2. So if sometimes you try to add a field, and you will see that it's gray, you will see, let's just drop some lookups here. And you will see in a second what I mean.
I've never used that lookup thing. What is that?
You will see. It's very cool. It's connecting between modules, but we won't go into it right now.
Okay.
So let's say that you want to add a field, but it's grayed out, right? That means that, or you already used them, but if you cannot see it in your screen, you can see them in the unused fields. Okay, and there are icons. You see, there are icons beside them, and you know that this is a lookup field because of the icon is with the magnifying glass. The same way that you will have it here.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Got it. So just to recap, because I saw a little bit of the previous questions. So I have my standard layout. It's got everything I could possibly want for, a lead. But when I go, there was a thing that you went into where, like, if it's layout A or layout B, I can hide or show certain sections. What was that real quick again?
Yeah, that was the layout rules.
There you go.
So when you go to, let's start from the beginning. You go to settings, modules and fields. You go to leads, and then you have here the layout rules. So it's before you click on the standard. Okay, and then you will have your ability to create new ones. You give it some kind of a name. You select the field that you want to play with. Okay, let's say if country is USA, then show hide or make it mandatory. And then you select the fields. That's it. It's the same for all the 3 of them. Very cool.
That is so awesome, man.
It is awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You made my day.
I'm very happy to hear it. I will send you an email soon with something even cooler. Okay.
Perfect, man. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.